What do you think?
Being able to ramp up diagnostic capacity very quickly. And so we could have done work from 2015 or even earlier to do that. Likewise, the ability to make the antiviral drugs, to make the antibodies, to make the vaccines. Our foundation and some other governments did work on some new vaccine platforms, which are the most promising that are being accelerated here during this epidemic. But sadly, because you can't estimate the risk, and it was something I was trying to talk about and thought we had some engagement on, but then actually the personnel in this area were cut back. So I think this time people understand that this is a trillions of dollars event. It's going to be hundreds of thousands of lives on a global basis. I think now people understand why those alarms were raised, and that for the next one we will be far more ready than we were for this one.
How concerned are you about the resiliency of the American economy?
Well, the economy is being hurt, and that's translated into uncertainty, people losing their jobs, businesses that are having a hard time financing their costs. It's great that Congress has acted. We probably need to do more there. But with the economy, we can bring it back. There will be a point where we have the vaccine and we're going completely back to normal. And we'll go somewhat back to normal if we do the right things, not even that long from now. But the economy can return in a way that people who get sick and die cannot. And so we're having to prioritize this isolation to minimize the medical impact. And it's unprecedented. It's unnerving. The numbers will certainly be in the even larger. I think it was $4 trillion I put into my 2015 speech, and I thought, wow, that is a big number. But in fact, that's what I estimated. World Bank had done an estimate, but this is going to be much bigger than that.
Yeah. You've been in touch with leaders think the single most important? What do you think the single most important thing we need to be doing right now as Americans and as a country is? The very first thing is the social isolation. What do you think the single most important thing we need to be doing right now as Americans and as a country is?
Well, the very first thing is the social isolation, so that the number of contacts outside your household is minimized. And, washing your hands, distancing as much as possible. Those are going to cause this exponential growth in the infection to both level off. Hopefully in the next month, we'll see that leveling off in most of the country. And then as we go another month after that, we need to get the numbers down pretty dramatically so that then we can look at what activities we start to open back up.
Do you think there should be a national policy?
Absolutely. As long as people are moving around. So I think that the pressure by fellow governors, the executive branch, the experts should be very strong so that all 50 governors are seeing that they need to do this, or that there is a federal order about the social isolation. The sooner you start, the less cases you're going to have, and the sooner we can all go back to some level of normalcy.
Earlier this year, the Gates Foundation gave $100 million towards fighting this virus. What specifically is that money doing to help Americans right now?
Yeah, our foundation works a lot on diagnostics and vaccines and understanding how to make new vaccines, make them in large quantity. That's what we're doing all the time. That's caused us to understand about this pandemic risk and talk about it going back a long time. When this particular virus hit, we saw that getting the testing capacity up very rapidly would be very, very key. And so there's a number of companies we work with on that. I've done conference calls with the drug companies, talked with the diagnostic companies, to really get this response so that we can see what's going on. Testing is important. Drugs to reduce the disease, so we created the therapeutics accelerator for that. And then we're working closely with the vaccine companies, and they're the ones, although it's probably 18 months or so, they're the ones that can really get things back to where we're not worried about large public gatherings.
You think it's 18 months at the soonest?
Well, if everything went perfectly, you could do somewhat better than that, but
Hello. Yeah, Vivek, can you see me? Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is it? 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't see lag. It's in sync. What's yeah? 1 second. Let me do it again. 1 second. 1 second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Because I have enabled Jitsi here, na. So okay. So what is going wrong? I how is that? I can hear. So 1 second. What should I do? You cannot hear anything from my YouTube, na? That's weird. As I have just started this Jitsi. Let me know when you start seeing. On my yeah, this Jitsi itself haven't shown me anything so far. Okay. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Okay. Yeah. Uh, yeah, theoretically, I am positive about it because this because our use case is that it will capture the from the stream. So if it's fine, yeah, I mean we can think of it. It might, yeah. Then fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. ठीक है, okay, Vivek, then. Oh, fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, Vivek, then I will move to other task then. Fine. Sure. Okay, thanks. We can do that. We can do. There is a command, FFmpeg command only. So what it does that it will add. It can basically it's kind of cascading the source. So we can do that. But actually, do we need it because YouTube will automatically store it? Huh? Uh, hmm, yeah. Hmm. Voucher we can purchase. Uh-huh. But YouTube, we cannot embed this YouTube video on the on frame. No, no. Huh? Yeah, yeah. White labeling it will not give. Right. Yeah. Anywhere we want to publish, but there is some difference, Vivek. In yeah, yeah, yeah. Should. Or even if there is not much scale, then we can even put just Nginx with RTMP module and do our own. Okay, Vivek. Thanks.